Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for a deep dive into something kind of wild? We're talking blockchain, but you've never seen it before.
It's funny you should put it that way. It's like for the longest time, blockchain has been this whole, well, mystery, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, kind of. Like you needed a decoder ring just to understand what the heck everyone was talking about, right?
Exactly. But recently, things have taken a turn for the, well, understandable, I guess.
And that turn is leading us straight to Google. And like Google.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. Yeah, the one everyone uses every single day.
Exactly. So they just made a move that's got everyone in the blockchain world buzzing. They integrated something called the Ethereum Name Service ENS, for short, directly into their search bar.
Okay, I have to admit, when I first heard that, I thought it was maybe not that big of a deal, but then I realized it's huge EE.
Right, like huge implications we're only just starting to wrap our heads around.
It's like before, if you wanted to get into the whole blockchain space, you practically needed a roadmap and a translator. But with this Google thing, it's like they built a bridge right from the middle of the internet straight into this whole other world.
A bridge anyone can cross just by typing in, what, and .ethos? It's like those .com addresses we're all used to, right?
Exactly. But instead of taking you to a website, it could lead you to, well, anything really. Your crypto wallet, your decentralized apps. It's like the key to your own little corner of the decentralized web.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting for me. I was reading about how this move by Google could be the thing that finally gets everyone using blockchain, even if they don't totally get it yet.
It's not just about making it easy, though. It's about a major tech company basically saying, hey, we see this blockchain thing sticking around. That's huge GE.
Almost like a stamp of approval from the powers that be. I'm getting major early internet vibes from all of this. Like, remember when having your own .com domain was a big deal?
Totally. It's like we're on the verge of a similar gold rush, but instead of websites, it's, well, everything. Just imagine a domain like eth.deal right there in your search bar.
You instantly know exactly what that means, even if you're just starting to dip your toes into the crypto world.
Exactly. It's branding, but on a whole other level.
Mhm.
And that's powerful, especially in a space where trust is, well, let's just say it's earned a little differently than in the traditional online world.
Absolutely. I mean, think about all the blockchain startups out there trying to make a name for themselves. Having a .f domain, it's like instant credibility.
Right. It's like saying, we're legit, we're here to stay, and we're part of this whole movement towards a more, shall we say, decentralized future.
And that's something that even folks who aren't knee-deep in crypto can get behind. This idea that you can actually own a piece of the internet, that your digital life doesn't have to be controlled by some big company, is powerful stuff. But let's unpack this whole digital identity thing a bit more.
It really is kind of mind-blowing when you stop and think about it. Like right now, your digital identity is, well, it's scattered, right?
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. A little bit here, a little bit there.
Exactly. You've got your social media profiles, your online shopping accounts, your email. It's all over the place. But imagine if you had this one digital hub, like a passport, but for the decentralized web.
And that passport is your .eth domain.
Exactly. So instead of logging into a website with your Facebook account, you just use your .eth domain. It verifies who you are, but without, giving away the whole farm.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that whole login with Facebook thing has always kind of sketched me out.
Right. It's like, what are they doing with all that data? But with a decentralized system, you're in control. You decide what you share and who you share it with.
Talk about taking back your privacy. But I don't know, part of me is like, isn't that a lot of responsibility? Like suddenly I'm in charge of my own digital security system.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's a trade-off, for sure. But that's why the name of the game is user-friendliness. We're talking like, grandma can do it, levels of easy.
Because let's be real, most people aren't trying to become cryptography experts just to check their email,
Exactly. They just want things to work. And that's the exciting part. Because developers are working on ways to make interacting with blockchain, well, as simple as using any other app on your phone.
So it's like we're still in beta mode,
Yeah.
figuring out how to get this tech into everyone's hands.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
But even if you're not ready to dive headfirst into the blockchain world, I think it's important to at least be aware of what's happening.
100%. It's like, remember when smartphones first came out, it seemed kind of niche at first, and boom, It's like we're at that tipping point,
Yeah.
but instead of just changing how we make calls, this has the potential to, well, change everything.
It's like we're on the verge of something. I don't know, massive feels like the right word. Definitely massive. And like with any massive change, I think there are going to be, well, growing pains, things people are worried about, and rightfully so.
For sure. Like we've talked about the whole taking control of your digital life thing.
Yeah.
But that also means you're the one responsible when things go wrong.
Precisely. And in a decentralized system,
Well,
well, there's no safety net, at least not in the same way we're used to. No big company to call when you forget your password.
okay, yeah, that's a little scary. Especially when we're talking about things like, I don't know, our digital identities, our money.
It's a legitimate concern, and it's why we need to be having these conversations now while things are still, well, relatively new.
So we don't just rush into the future unprepared.
Exactly. We need to build those safeguards into the system itself. Make it secure, yes, but also user-friendly enough that you don't need a degree in cryptography to, like, send money to a friend.
Right, because most people just want to know that their stuff is safe. They're not trying to become cybersecurity experts overnight.
And they shouldn't have to. That's the whole point of technology, right? To make our lives easier. But we need to be mindful of the potential downsides, too, and figure out ways to mitigate those bugs.
Okay, so let's say we figure it all out. All the kinks get ironed out. Dot domains are as common as, websites. What does that world look like? Paint me a picture.
Imagine a world where you really own your data. Like, it's yours, not some corporation's asset.
And no more worrying about those massive data breaches we keep hearing about.
Exactly. You decide who has access to your information, not some algorithm designed to, keep you glued to your screen.
And it's not just about privacy, right? What about the whole financial system?
Right. Imagine a world where you don't need a bank to, well, be a bank.
Right.
Where you can send money across the world instantly with practically zero fees.
That sounds incredibly empowering. It's like this whole .f thing, this move towards a more decentralized internet.
Yeah.
It's almost like a philosophical shift, too.
It absolutely is. It's about shifting the balance of power, giving individuals more control, more autonomy. And that's exciting. But it also means we all need to be more informed, more engaged.
So we don't just end up trading one set of problems for another.
Exactly. The future is, well, it's not written yet. And that's both exciting and a little bit daunting, right?
Absolutely. And on that note, I think we've done our part. We've explored the ins and outs of .f domains. We've talked about the potential benefits and the challenges of a more decentralized internet.
Mhm.
Where do we go from here?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? But I think the first step is simply being aware, understanding the forces that are shaping the future of the internet so that we can all be active participants in shaping that future.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's been a wild ride, but that's a wrap on this deep dive into the world of .f domains. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.